Let's talk about some differed upon matters, and this is something that oftentimes takes up more a space in your head than really necessary. For example, I'm going to list a few things that you should never worry about in the prayer because they're all valid differences of opinion. The first one is that you may see many Muslims raising their hands up before ruku', bowing, and after coming back from bowing. And this exists in one of the schools of thought. You should know that there are 4 schools of Islamic law, meaning the living traditions of passed down knowledge from the time of the Prophet to the companion, to the next generation, all the way until today. Okay, there are 4 living schools of thought, and they are called the Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi'i, and Hanbali schools of thought, and they have some differences amongst them. Now, why are we talking about this? Because the prayer is very visible. You're going to go to masajid, and you will see people praying in different ways, and in this portion of the video, I want you to know that these are not significant differences, and these are not something that should take up a lot of space in your mind. Amongst them is what we just said of raising the hands. How to raise your hand to begin the prayer can also differ. We're not going to go into the difference. I'm just going to let you know that there are subtle differences. Where to place the hands in the prayer. How to move the finger when you sit down for the tashahhud and the tahiyyah. How to sit when you do so. How far to turn your head when you salam out of the prayer. Okay, so these things are subtle differences that a new Muslim will see, and youth will look in the masajid and see there's so many different ways to pray. What is this? You have to know that the forms, these are the details of the form, and it's not something that you should worry about. So that's really all I have to say about that, is just to give you the idea that the finger, where to hold the hands, how to hold the hands, okay, when to raise the hands, how to sit down, how far to turn your neck when you give the taslim, etc., are all things that you will see in the mosques, and you don't have to really worry about, especially at this point when a person is just learning how to pray.